Hey everybody, Marcus here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. Hey, I've got the little DJI Neo with me today, and we recently had a firmware update with this drone. I'm going to show that on the screen right now. It's V01.00.0400, and I'm looking at it on my iPhone right now. I took a screenshot of it. Of course, it adds the goggles N3. Those are the new goggles, the cheaper set of goggles, and then it added support for vertical shooting. We'll take a look at that, and then it also added support for full screen when you're using your phone to fly the drone. We're going to take a look at that as well, but then it also did some changes with the microphone. In other words, you can record directly to the video that you record with this using your mobile phone or a mic like my DJI mic here, but I'm going to use my phone. I actually tried this the other day and it didn't work. Well, the mistake was that I had my screen recorder going and I think it was already using the mic, so it didn't record audio to the video files. So this time I'm going to, when we get to that part of this review, I'm going to turn off screen recording so that then we can use the mic on my iPhone to attach audio to the drone. And what they did is they added another version of audio. They always had the version that just cuts everything out but your voice. I think that's optimal. I'm trying to remember what they call it. We'll see it in a few minutes here. And then they have a kind of a natural version, I think they call it, where it will also get some of the ambient noise around you. So we'll try that out and see how that works. And then the other thing that they did is they increased the speed in following mode, and we will also I'll get it on an e-bike and we'll check that out as well, see if we can get it up. I think they said 18 or 20 miles an hour. Previously it was about 12 miles an hour is all the faster that this would follow you at, which truthfully is kind of plenty. But anyway, we'll try it out and we'll see. Okay, let's quit messing around. Let's get this little drone in the air and let's try out some of these new features. Okay, for this first part, I do have a screen recorder started, and we are going to change this. You can see at the top there where it says follow. We're going to change that to manual control, and once we take off, it will put some joysticks on the screen here, and we'll start off in vertical mode, and then I'll switch it over to landscape mode, and you can see the difference. Let's see, let's go into settings real quick so I can show you the camera settings. We are going to be in 30 frames per second. I'm not going to do app recording. We're going to change that later on when we're trying to record sounds, and of course at that point I'll have to stop the screen recording, but you can see 4K 30 frames per second and color profile normal, so we should be good to go. I formatted the internal memory, so we got full memory there on the available to us on the drone. And let's go back into controls. So let's go ahead and start recording. I'm hitting that button right now, and we've started recording. You see the countdown there on the app, and then I'm going to hold down that takeoff. We'll let you watch the takeoff with the camera here. And there's the little drone, and as you can see on my screen, I kind of like this. I'm going to change the aspect of the action camera here so that you can see this a little bit better. So with my phone, I want to move forward now, so I can either move the joystick, in other words, that dot in the middle, I can push it up and the drone will move forward, or I can tap on where it says forward there on the top. I can tap on that and that will move the drone. Now that's different when we get in landscape mode, and I'll show you that in a few minutes. I like this way. It gives you just more opportunity. But you can see, you know, the drone moves around just fine. We can move left and we can move right, and the controls work good. And then you just let go of it to go into neutral, and then to yaw, you know, rotate left, rotate right. We're going to rotate left here. Turn around and look at us. little bit more. So there you can see me sitting at the picnic table there. Rotate just a little bit. I was trying to get centered up there a little bit. But let's see if we can do a droney. I'm going to adjust my vector. It's kind of hard to get it just right, but we're going to do backwards and up. So right now, let's go reverse and up and see if we can kind of do a manual droney. And I haven't got enough fingers to drop that camera down. So there's a little droney that I'm doing just with the controls on this. So to drop the camera down, if you see on the left side of the view screen there, I can pull that down and drop the camera down. Just a kind of a little slider, and you can adjust the angle of that camera. So let's bring it back, and we're going to do kind of the opposite of a droney. We're going to bring it down and in. So I'm punching on both of those buttons, and clearly I'm kind of cross-coupling a little bit because the drone is moving to one side. So I'm going to bring it back the other way. I'm staying well away from trees. I'm bringing it down and going to bring it in, and then we'll try it in landscape mode. And it's there's a little bit of difference to the controls that I want to point out to you. Drop it. Whoops! And see that was cross coupling there that I did. Let me go down. And by cross coupling, I mean you're pushing two controls at once. And I had the action camera looking the other way, but we'll let's bring it in here a little closer so you can see. All right, so we want to change it to the landscape version. So if you're looking at the screen recording here, and you look at the where we're seeing the FPV view, look in the bottom right, and you're going to see that little square or brackets. Touch that, and there you are. You're in all of a sudden you're in landscape mode. So again, on the left hand side, you got the slider to move the camera up and down. So we can do that. Let's see if we can do another droney. I'm just going to kind of give you a little, dropping that camera down a little bit so when we do the droney. Where I talked to you with the other one that we were able to just touch on the arrows to move the drone. You can't do this. For instance, I'm going to touch on the backward arrow on the screen, the arrow that's pointing down, and that does nothing, although it does kind of move the control for you. You have to put your fingers on there, or thumbs, whatever, on the center, the little center joystick part, and that's how you move it when you're in this mode. You can't just touch up, down, and so forth. I kind of like the other way, but let's try this. I'm going to see if I can do the same thing, do a droney, but I struggled with it the other day. So let's go up and back and see how we do. Yeah, it's still, I'm kind of cross-coupling a little bit, but it's got us there. I guess what I'm trying to tell you is I had a lot harder time controlling the drone this way than I did the other way. And again, you can yaw. Let's look around over here. There's that sculpture. Let's go up higher. Make sure we're higher than all the trees. Move forward here, and I'm just going to try and fly it around a little bit here just to show you. But I'll be honest with you, I prefer it the other way. I prefer it in that vertical mode, or portrait mode, whatever you want to call it. Let's see if we can bring it back to us. Let's see here. I'm doing my best, but again, and I noticed that controls, no matter where your finger is on the screen, the control will come to you. Okay, let's go down. I got the drone pretty high here. And again, I was trying to touch on the just on the controller to make that happen, and I wasn't having much luck. So doing my best to bring the drone back in front of me here. I just don't, I'd be honest with you, you probably can tell, I just don't have a lot of confidence controlling the drone this way. Whereas on the other screen, I felt pretty good about it. Let's see if we can move it forward here and bring it down again and kind of get that where you can see it with the camera here. It's pretty touchy, I'm just telling you. If you really want to control this drone, I'm telling you, use a controller. But anyway, it does work. I don't mean to say it doesn't work. So let's see. I'm going to see if I can come down just a little. There we are. Okay. So, all right. Let's get the camera pointed at it here, the action camera. We want to switch back to the vertical format. Well, how do you do that? If you look on the top left, you see that arrow? Touch on that arrow, and then we're back to the vertical format. Okay, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to stop the screen recording, and I'm going to show you the differences in how the audio works on this guy. And the problem is I can't really show you the controls without having a screen recording going. So maybe I'll see if I can take a screenshot, but I'm going to stop my screen recording right now. Okay, so you're not going to be able to see it, but I'm going to go back into settings here, and I'm going to go to camera settings, and I'm going to take a screenshot right now, and there's it says app recording there at the bottom. So I'm going to turn that on, slip that slider on. You know what? It's not letting me do it. I'm thinking I might have to stop recording to do that. So I'm going to go back into controls. I'm going to stop recording on the drone. I may have to land the drone, but let's see. I'm going to stop recording, and then I'm going to go back into that settings page, and yes, now I can change that app recording. So when you start a recording, evidently you can't do it anyway while you're you can't turn on app recording while you're already recording. I knew I could say that. Okay, I'm going to take a screen recording so that you can see what I'm looking at on the screen right now. And we've got it in pure. And in pure mode, you should just hear my voice. And of course, I will shut down the audio on my DJI mic so that all you're going to hear is the audio that I'm recording off the phone. So let's go back into controls, and we're going to start recording again. So now we're recording, and you're listening to just the audio that is off the video recording on the drone itself. And I've got it in pure mode, so you shouldn't hear any propeller noise. You shouldn't hear any background noise at all. You should just be hearing my voice. It should just be isolating my voice. So that's kind of a handy feature. If you're a vlogger or something like that, it's a handy feature to have. So I'm going to stop recording again, and we're going to go into natural mode. Okay, I switched it to natural mode, and I'm going to start recording again. So now in natural mode, you're hearing the audio off of the video file from the drone. But you should still hear a little bit of ambient noise. So you might hear a little bit of propeller noise and a little bit of the noise around us. So that is the new feature that they added to the drone. Just wanted you to hear it. So that's about it. That's what I wanted to show you with manual control, the way you could go into landscape mode, and the way the audio sounds different in the two forms of audio that are recorded to the drone itself. Okay, we're going to switch back to audio from my DJI mic now. And you can see how different that sounds. Let's go ahead and land the drone. So you can see the drone's right in front of me. I'm going to put my hand right below it. And there it goes into landing mode, just like that, automatically. Hey, okay, now let's put another battery in the drone. I'll get my e-bike out, and we'll see how fast this guy will track now with the new 0400 firmware. Hey, okay, so I'm out in the field, and I've got the little DJI Neo here. We're going to try the tracking speed. Before, it would only track you up to about 12 miles an hour. So I've got my Engwe e-bike here, and we're going to turn it on, put it in tracking mode, and see if it'll follow me. It's supposed to be able to get up to like 18, 20 miles an hour and still follow, so we'll be able to easily get to that speed with this bike. So yeah, let's get this little drone in the air. Let's try that out. Okay, let's launch the drone. I'll launch it out of my hand here and we'll try it out. There's more people in the park here than I thought there would be, so it may affect our shot here, but we'll give it a try. Okay, so we're going to try again here. I changed the settings to close following.
Close. Follow. 3, 2, 1.
And let's see if it'll catch me here. Seems to be following okay. Yeah, we got a lot of people walking through the park here. This is going to be all but impossible, I think, to do. We'll try it here. Yeah, it's going to be, there's so many people in the park, it's hard, and I want to be careful with the drone following. So let's turn around here and see if it'll follow us down the street. And 16. That was about 16 miles an hour. We'll turn around and go the other way and see if the drone will stay with us. Let's see if we can get up to 20 miles an hour here. There's 10, 15, 18, 20 miles an hour. And I could hear the drone back there, so I think it's doing good. So many cars on the road that it's a little bit scary having the drone follow, especially flat. So. And then even on these trails, we got a lot of people in the park. But it seems to be following me just fine. It seems to be doing pretty darn good. So yeah, I'd say that's a success. We got up over 20 miles an hour there. So I'm absolutely fine with that. And let's see here. I want to try and get over on the other side of the park. Yeah, I think I can do it. I think we can get there without bothering anybody. And get back to the basketball court where we started. We'll try. Whoop, I heard the drone do something there. I don't know if it almost hit something, but I heard it. So I'm going to slow down here and make a slow, deliberate curve here. And then let's go full throttle down this trail. And we should be able to get back up to that 20 miles an hour. Yeah, so there's 20, almost 21, and I think it followed us just fine. Okay, let me pull in here and then we'll land it. Yeah, it's right behind me. So once I stop here, once you stop for 10 seconds, the drone will stop. It should approach me, but it's not. Land the drone here. I'll be right back. See if we can get it on film. So there we go. That firmware update did it. We got up to 20 miles an hour there, and it followed me the whole time. So that's pretty cool. In any case, that's everything with this latest update with the 0400 firmware update. I showed you how it changes recording directly to the video files on the drone. The following speed, it's definitely a success because we were actually over 20 miles an hour there at different times. And previously, it would only follow up to about 12 miles an hour, and that would fall back and eventually lose you. Let's see, we showed you the landscape style of controlling it on your phone. Yeah, just a pretty cool little piece here. So in any case, I guess that's about it. This is Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out. And if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel, most of all, I so appreciate you taking the time to look at this video. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one. The little DJI Neo, this thing is just, for $200, this thing is just a barrel full of fun. See you later.